What's up, my people? Low lifters coming to you live and direct. Um, I jumped on this morning. I wanted to talk about a few things that's on my spirit, that's in my mind. A lot of folks I know have been um, looking at 2023 as a rebuilding process, a pivoting process. Um, I'm talking to all my entrepreneurs, all my hustlers, all my go-getters. Um, Sometimes you have to venture out of what you were doing to go into a different arena um, in business. So you're not set in one particular thing. Now that as you can see, we're working with Jacob Israel now on our apparel line and low lifters, still in existence and still striving. So it was time. It was time to pivot, open up a new avenue. Today's hustling is a lot different from back in the day hustling. I want to say that to all my new entrepreneurs and hustlers and go getters. The new hustle nowadays is you can make so much money on so many different ways on the computer, um, using the internet and things of that nature, YouTube and things of that nature. So it's a totally different aspect of hustling and business, and it's almost like they gave us the key um, to the kingdom when they actually allowed the internet to take over. So it opened opportunities. So I wanted to give you 5 ways to make some side hustle money in your either spare time or if you want to venture out there and do it full time. But these are 5 principles and 5 different ways that you can make money. One of the ways that I found that you can make money is this time of the year. Um, if you're familiar with firewood, if you're familiar with the way that works, one of the ways I know I'm probably one of the only black men that's in it, that's been making money off of it. Um, but I always related to selling drugs. I always bad thing, but I always related to that because it's everything I do sort of goes back to that. That's why I'm so close to my hustlers and my entrepreneurs because I want to be able to take what you have, the ability, and convert it into a business that's legit. So one of the things that I was able to do is I was able to get with a distributor of hardwood, firewood, which is just basically trees in the backyard. So what I was able to do is I hooked up with a distributor, and I was able to buy bulk at a lower cost, and then that was enabling me to sell it at a higher cost to customers that was used to the market and used to that. I was totally new, totally green. So when I got into it, I really didn't know. I learned along the way, but you can make a lot of money in firewood and be able to take care of your family. So that was one of the ones I wanted to bring to your attention, all my hustlers and all my entrepreneurs and all my people that are looking to get into doing something on the side to increase what you already have. Today, you have to have streams. That's the main thing. You have to have multiple streams of income. So back in the day, it was a lot simple. Everybody knew get a job, get a good job. Go to Philip Morris, go to Bellwood, and all that. And I heard all that stuff, but I just hated the fact that I would have to go in there for 8 hours or 10 hours or 12 hours and probably be hiding for the majority of 4 to 6 hours trying to figure out what I'm doing here. So, and why am I here for so long? So, anyway, going back to 5 different ways to make money, that's one way. Firewood is a great way to make money. You can also crunch it up and make it into mulch and sell the mulch. So that's one way one thing I want to tell you guys about. The second thing is that spring is coming, and you got a lot of folks out there that's power washing houses. That's one of the first businesses that we opened was power washing. We put a lot of that under our LLC, and I'll talk to you about that, which made it a lot easier to go into these other streams of income under that LLC. So we started off power washing, And power washing was pretty cool in the beginning. And it does pay very well. Average cost on most houses are about 150. Once you actually able to buy the machine, then your costs will go down. Normally, we started off renting, so we had to pay for the rental fee, the chemicals, and then charge the customer. So one of the things that we were able to do was we went up buying several machines. Um, and then we stopped renting, and then we were able to see a lot more of our money. The products that you use are fairly inexpensive. A lot of them are household products. Um, and and although you might not have a water tank on your truck or in your vehicle, you can actually tap into the the customer's water. Of course, you want to ask them and make sure it's fine, and then you can run that water through your machine. So that's the second uh, hustle, side money, however you want to put it, that you can make money in today, and work for yourself and be self-sufficient. And again, that's houses, decks, front porches. All these are separate charges. So that in the end, um, me and my wife started it, and we were making probably close to $1,000 on through Saturday and Sunday, 2 days. Um, so we ventured into that, and we saw the fruits of the labor. So it was pretty good. But again, it is demanding on your body in some ways. So if you can either get it contracted out, or if you have the manpower to do it yourself, I would definitely say go ahead. That's a second great way to make money, side money, hustle money, whatever you want to call it. But once I got out of the workforce, I never wanted to go back in that workforce again. It just was not. It was not conducive for me, and the way my brain thinks, and what I'm looking for as far as my life. So anyway, that's number two, power washing. Number three, way to make money, and some people might notice, and again, some of my people are not doing this, but they should be. Um, and this is a spring thing because a lot of these are are seasonal. But during that season, that's when you can make a tremendous amount of money and kind of prep yourself before the season comes, kind of get advertising and signs and talking to people and trying to set up customers. But anyway, the third way that I found that I were able to make a lot of money was I added gutter cleaning to the service. And when I did that, not only that I was able to clean gutters, I was able to fix the gutters that were there. So I was able to charge extra for that. And then, of course, once I really got into the game and I knew you had to make sure the downspouts were clean. So that was another thing that I was able to do. I was able to up my ticket based on the gutter. So again, another way to make money, work for yourself. And again, this is not only seasonal, but it's all year round, and you can always get money cleaning gutters. And also, they got a new thing where they have gutter guards out there, so you can always upcharge for that. You can charge to put the gutter guard on, keep the water out of their gutters. Boom, another way to upcharge for that. So that's the third way of making money, hustling. I'm all about the bread, all about trying to go get it, and it making sense for me. All right, going to number four. Number four is another way to make money. What I was able to do was I was able to get with RVA Homes, RVA Housing, and some other institutions on their programs on their clients that were relocating, and their clients was a lot of mental illness. We dealt with some of their clients, and they would leave the place pretty bad. So we hooked up with them. We set up a contract to do their moving and also their trash and cleanups. So we were able to put that under the LLC, which we called it trash and junk removal. So we were able to put that. That's another source. So I'll bring that up. You got a pickup truck, you got whatever. Anyway, number four, junk removal, trash removal. And within that, I was able to find another way of making money because I didn't realize that metals, a lot of natural resources we can make money with. We just got to have our mind open to it. But I didn't realize at the time when I was doing a junk removal that I was able to um, get metal. You know, they might have had something left and in there, a refrigerator, a stove, or whatever. And once I realized that you don't want to leave any money on the table. Instead of me taking it to the dump, I was able to take it to the scrap yard, get money for it. So I got money on the front end for cleaning up, and then I got money on the back end because I had some metal on it. So that was another way that I was able to, we were able to make the ticket go up and also grab that business. So junk removal, trash removal is a great, great way to make money. And it's not a lot of strain on you. Mainly just prepare yourself for some of the stuff you're going to go into, because some of those situations are pretty bad. And the fifth way of making money, which, you know, I'm just telling you what I've done, and what's worked for me. The fifth way that we came up with making money was we decided also to get another truck, and we decided to move folks. So now I got 2 trucks, and box trucks that is, and I was able to double my income basically because I set up moving, and we were able to get some really good contracts with moves, and also loads. We were able to move loads. I had some friends. I ain't gonna call them friends, but I had some associates that saw some of my stuff that I had put up on advertisement, and they sorted me out. And when they sorted me out, you know me, I'm gonna jump on it with 2 feet. So we conversed, we talked, and I was able to set up a deal with this gentleman where I was going to South Carolina, and I was going to North Carolina, and I was going to these other places, and I was picking up loads and taking them to hotels. So he had a contract with a hotel owner for all their changeovers. Like if they were getting new beds or new microwaves or new cabinets or whatever they were doing, renovating that hotel, we would go and pick up whatever material that was necessary to put in the room. And we were able to hook up with them and grab that stream of money as well. So that's 5 ways of making money. You could hook up with someone that runs loads the size of your truck. It doesn't have, you don't have to have a huge truck and all of that. You just got to have the right person that's looking for somebody that has that needs that. And that's one of the things I wanted you guys to understand. You got to be a problem solver. In business, you got to be a problem solver. This day and age, people don't want you to come with all the thrills, man. They want you to be able to solve whatever problem they have, and that could be as cleaning, that can be it can be whatever your skills are. Whatever people don't want to do, generally, is how you're able to lift a load, and that's what we are able to do. We call ourselves load lifters, and the main reason that we called ourselves load lifters, because it made all the sense in the world. We want to be able to come over to you and talk, converse, and see exactly what issues, what loads, what problems you have that you need help. You need to do something with. So that was one of the main reasons that we came up with that name. But real quick, going back, guys, I just wanted to say that's 5 ways to making money. And I'm gonna tell you, I don't even want to tell you the money that we made on it, but I'm gonna just say that's 5 ways of making money. And a lot of this stuff we were able to contract out. So we were able to get a piece of the pie instead of the whole pie, but it still worked because we were able to do so many other things to fit under that. So I want to thank all my guys that I've worked with. I want to thank all my ladies that I work with. I want to thank all my customers. We're here to please. We're here to be a listener to your issues and your problems and come up with a solution to solve just that issue. I want to speak about what I'm wearing. This is my wife, her brand. It's Jacob Israel. It's a tee. It stays stay on the cross. You know, I always like to talk religion too. So now we done gave you 5 ways of making money. Now I'm gonna give you 3 principles that you also need to include in that. When you're talking about your business, you always want to include God in your business. all your business, personal, professional, whatever. So one of the things, the principles that I stay on is that God, everything is possible through God. Everything is possible through God. It's not some things. Everything is possible through God as long as you trust and believe in it. And I believe that. He's shown it to me. Number two is live on purpose. When I say live on purpose, I'm talking about personally, in your personal life, in your business life, your children. Live on purpose. When I say that, I hear a lot of people out here talking about generational wealth and some of the things like that. And that's wonderful that we're talking about that, because during our time, our parents wasn't thinking about generational wealth or setting us up for our future. It was more so just trying to get by day by day, you know what I'm saying? So I understand that. But now that we're aware of it, how important it is, I do want to speak on it. I think that if you are in business or you're working for somebody, you definitely want to be able to set that aside for your child, or family member, to just give them a helping hand. A lot of time we strangle our people, just because there's no funds, and that was a lot of reasons that it took me so long to get started, is because of the funds. But once you get over that, then you're able to complete the mission, as I like to say. So, but I want to get back. And the third thing I want to talk about is always have God in whatever you decide to do. Before you make that decision, sit down, have a conversation with God, and meditate on it for a little while before you pull that trigger. Because once you're in it, you're in it. We took on a project that probably we shouldn't have took on, but we did it and we were able to get it done. But I told my wife we'll never do that again. We'll never go into a project, a deal, whatever it might be, and not have God in there and not pray about it first, and sit on what we get from Him, or how He interludes, or how He proceeds in that business deal. A lot of times as things become harder, then a lot of times that might be a sign to saying, hey, back up instead of pushing forward and trying to make the deal. So I want to say that I want to say always bring God into whatever you're doing. If you're going into a new business, if you're going into a relationship, whatever it is, sit down and have a conversation with God, and make sure that you're in tune with reading the Word, because a lot of that is in the Bible, and you can kind of get a sense of people. A lot of times, if you just take the time to really be in tune with what the words say and how that person is acting, because if it is not matching up, then you know who you're dealing with. So, guys, I'm gonna jump off here. I gave you 5 ways to make money on the side. You know what I'm saying? Help with your money in your income. But we also talked about God and some of the principles that you should have when you're in business, in your personal life, and how you should bring Him in and allow Him to be a part of that, and allow and whatever you get from Him, allow that to be what it is. Some people go into something and they had no God in it, and then they jump in it and realize, hey, I shouldn't have been in it. So allow God to speak to you and let you know what's right and wrong about that. So anyway, I'm gonna jump off here. I thank you for your time. I appreciate it. Please keep following me. I'm on the TikTok. I'm on YouTube. I'm on Facebook. Basically, I just want to get out here and be motivated, talking to my people about what they need to do to increase their income and what other sideways they can make money, and be self-sufficient. So, boom, I'm out of here. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful day. Subscribe, like, all that good stuff. You know what I mean? And God bless you. Y'all have a good one.